If I hadn't stopped that night, if I'd just kept walking. Thomas often thought about that moment, the one that changed everything. The night he saved a girl on the street. But he had no idea. She would be the one to save him in the end. It was a bitter winter evening, the kind that felt sharp against your skin and quieted even the city's usual chaos. Thomas Ward, 39, trudged home after finishing a 12-hour shift at the construction site. His worn boots tapped a slow rhythm on the pavement, echoing under the flickering street lamps. His flannel jacket, too thin for this kind of cold, clung to him like the exhaustion he couldn't shake. He wasn't just tired from work. Life itself had worn him down. 3 years ago, Thomas had become a single dad when his wife, Emily, lost her battle with leukemia. He'd buried her with trembling hands, then held their daughter, Lily, just 6 at the time, as she cried herself to sleep night after night. Since then, every waking moment had been about survival. Food on the table, rent on time, keeping Lily smiling, even if he didn't know how to anymore. That night, all he wanted was to get home, kiss Lily goodnight, and collapse on the couch. But fate had other plans. He heard it before he saw it, a muffled sob, sharp breathing, the sound of shoes slipping against concrete. Down a narrow alley, dimly lit and cluttered with trash bins, a girl, maybe 15 or 16, curled against the brick wall. Her coat was torn, her knees scraped. Her eyes were wild with fear. Thomas didn't think. He just moved. Hey, are you okay? He asked, palms raised. She flinched. Don't come close. I won't. I promise. I just want to help. Her voice cracked. Please, don't call the cops. Thomas kneeled, careful to keep distance. You're bleeding. And freezing. Let me help you. You don't have to say anything else. Minutes later, she was wrapped in his jacket, shivering silently as he led her home. Lily, always curious and gentle-hearted, didn't hesitate to offer the girl a blanket and some hot cocoa. Her name was Maya, and she didn't have a home to go back to. Thomas didn't plan on keeping Maya around. At first, he gave her a few nights, thinking he'd help her find a shelter or contact someone she trusted. But she had no one. Her mother was gone. Her stepfather, he didn't press her for details, but the bruises told the story, was a monster. I'll leave in the morning, she said more than once. But she never did, and he never asked her to. Something about the way she tiptoed around Lily like she was scared to break her, or how she washed her dishes like she owed the world something made Thomas realize, she didn't need punishment. She needed peace. And slowly, Maya became part of their little broken family. Maya started walking Lily to school. Reading bedtime stories. Drawing little cartoons and leaving them on the fridge. The laughter that had vanished from the apartment slowly began to return. Still, Thomas was cautious. He didn't want Maya to think she owed him anything. But one night, after Lily had gone to bed, Maya stood in the kitchen with shaking hands. You saved me, she said softly. You were a kid who needed help, he replied. I was a ghost, Maya whispered. And you made me real again. He said nothing, just placed a gentle hand on her shoulder, unsure what to say to a girl who had been through too much. But Maya didn't need words. She needed a family. And maybe, so did he. Life was never easy. Money stayed tight. Thomas picked up night shifts. Lily struggled with nightmares. And Maya had moments where she would go silent, staring out the window like she was somewhere else. One afternoon, social services showed up at the door. A neighbor had reported a runaway girl living illegally. Maya panicked. Thomas stood in front of her, arms wide. She's family. You're not her legal guardian, the worker replied. You could face charges. But Thomas didn't back down. He hired a lawyer with what little savings he had left. He filled out every paper. Went to every court date. Proved she had a stable home. That she was safe. That she mattered. It took 8 months. But Thomas officially became Maya's foster guardian. The night the judge signed the papers, Maya cried harder than she ever had in her life. And when she whispered, Dad, for the first time, Thomas broke down too. Years passed. Maya thrived. She graduated high school with honors, became a youth counselor, and started mentoring kids who reminded her of herself, scared, forgotten, angry at the world. Thomas never missed a single event. But the years caught up with him. One day, he collapsed at work, heart failure, the doctors said. Needed a transplant. His condition worsened rapidly. Hospital bills piled up. Thomas lost his job. I'll take care of it, Maya insisted. No, sweetheart, I owe you. No, Thomas interrupted. You don't owe me a thing. You already saved me, Maya. You made this house feel alive again. But she didn't listen. She launched a campaign, shared their story online. Within weeks, their video went viral. Donations poured in. Interviews. TV appearances. People moved by the story of a single dad who saved a girl from the streets, only to be saved by her years later. Maya didn't stop there. She founded an organization, the Second Chance Shelter, for runaway teens and struggling single parents. And when Thomas finally got his surgery, surrounded by friends, reporters, and grateful strangers, he opened his eyes to see Maya holding his hand. You saved me first, she said. Now it's my turn. Thomas recovered. Lily, now in college, often called home to check on her two favorite weirdos. Maya's shelter became one of the most respected youth nonprofits in the state. And every time someone asked Maya why she worked so hard, she'd smile and say, because one man stopped on a cold night, when no one else did. In that moment, it saved both their lives. Sometimes, the smallest act of kindness can become the turning point in someone's life. Thomas saved a girl without asking for anything in return. And that girl gave him back a reason to live. So the next time you see someone in need, don't walk away. You never know who might end up saving you. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more real, emotional stories that remind us all what it means to care.